All right. Um, I've about had it, so I suppose it's time to talk about a lot of the shit I've been seeing on crypto Twitter and just in general when it comes to the markets. This was something that I said a lot during the euphoric bull market, and it's worth repeating. Developing skills in Web3, DeFi, NFT, all this froth, so to say, all this stuff that only appears when there's extreme euphoria, when the market is extremely bullish, when everything is going up. Developing skill in those areas is not it's not the move, okay? The there's being being a being a crypto person, you don't want to be a crypto person who's just quote unquote interested in trading. You want to be a trader who has interests in crypto. That's how you're going to take advantage of the majority of the action in crypto. I think a lot of people think that they need to be on crypto Twitter to keep up with the latest news. Um, let me tell you something. The ETH merge, 3AC, the million posts a day about contagion, Solana phone, um, on and on and on. I could name off another 20 points. All of that meant jack shit. You didn't need to keep up with any of it. You didn't need to know about any of it. Duquan, Terra, Luna, UST. You didn't need to know about any of it. I didn't know about any of it ahead of time. You think I have a crystal ball? No, I still sold the top. You know how? By looking at the chart and having a basic understanding of monetary policy in the Federal Reserve. Okay, one second. There's way too many people who are thinking that crypto is going to just being in crypto. I hate when people say that, oh, just be in crypto and you're going to get rich. No, you're not. Like, builders sometimes get rich, but not all of them. I mean, from this cycle, who really came out like super rich? Like, I remember like that girl, I don't know if she was like she did something for Uniswap or something and she walked off with like 50 million or something crazy. Amazing. So you were a builder in crypto, you know nothing about trading, but in my opinion, that's like a 1 in 100,000 or a 1 in a million person. I if I'm remember I can only really remember that story. And then obviously you have like the creators of like Bored Ape and stuff like that. But all this stuff is very far in between for the thousands, or let's be reserved in like literally hundreds of projects that are being created a day, hundreds of tokens, thousands of tokens that are being created a day. Um, in my opinion, you have a better chance of learning to trade than you do being a quote unquote builder in crypto and making it that way. I think way too many people are like invested in the idea of crypto, invested in the crypto culture, um, and not invested in trading. Think about who did good coming into this cycle. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like think of people who literally like are surviving and thriving and are still actively producing content. I mean, right off the top of my head, I could think of like myself, Trader XO, Trader SZ. I mean, these are people. SZ's been trading a lot longer than me. XO, I know he's been trading since at least 2017 or 2016, right around my time. People who have been focused on trading with, maybe crypto is their main game. Maybe it's the main market that they trade. That's great. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to trade, ES. You don't have to trade Nvidia. You don't have to trade Forex to, quote unquote, build your wealth, get rich, whatever you want to say. But the people who have an expertise in that have been building expertise in trading rather than trying to build some fucking stupid Web3 app or some shit, which has now disappeared, and all that's left is a token that's worth zero. Maybe the founders, walked off with a little bit of your money. That's about it. The people who focused on trading are the people that are still here, the people that are surviving and thriving during the down move. So, yeah, that's one point. And also, when talking about crypto culture, and look, I have no problem at all with people having a good time. I don't want this to come across that way, right? People are out, they're having a good time, they're using their money, they're partying. That's awesome. I hope you have the time of your life. But a lot of these people, they sort of make it seem like you can build wealth and build riches through just taking the occasional swing trade. Just, I'm focused on timing the bottom, and great, okay, I'm going to time the bottom, and I'll take a swing trade once every couple weeks, and that supports my lifestyle. Or I take a swing trade once a week, and that supports my lifestyle. To be honest with you guys, I've been around crypto and crypto Twitter since mid 2017, and a lot of the people who are the quote unquote swing traders now, and don't get me wrong, they've developed their skills. I respect the skills of many of these guys, but many of these guys got their initial holdings, their initial stack of Bitcoin, their initial stack of USD, whatever you want to say, through a different means than trading. They didn't build initially through trading. It was from, maybe trading altcoins, right? And when I say trading altcoins, I mean, investing in altcoins in 2015 or 2016, early 2017, and you literally could have threw shit at a wall and got 100x, got a 200x, and turned 20,000 into 2 million or 4 million or something of that nature. So a lot of them did it that way. A lot of them were playing poker or a video game or something, and they were taking profits denominated in Bitcoin. And all of a sudden they were sitting on a couple hundred Bitcoin from whatever game they were playing. Now we're talking earlier. Now we're talking, 2013 to 2015, earlier times. But, and then also, of course, you have people who got insane amounts of Bitcoin off of referral links. I even got a couple Bitcoin off of referral links from 2017, 2018. And I was not early to that, referral game at all. I know, people who walked off with over 100 Bitcoin from referral links. So you walk off with 100 Bitcoin from referral links and Bitcoin goes to 20,000, sure, now you got enough capital, you sell some of that, now you got enough capital to just swing trade every now and then and chill and live a pretty comfortable life. But the difference is that there's a lot of people coming into crypto nowadays because, it's very mainstream now. Like I said, you're not early. If you think you're early, you're not. It's a fucking joke that people keep saying that they're early. A lot of people are coming into crypto nowadays, coming into trading nowadays, and, they're entering with $1,000. They're entering with $5,000. I got a couple friends who entered during the bull run. They didn't put in anything crazy. They put in 5,000, they put in 10,000, they put in 30,000, something of that nature. But here's the thing: you're not going to swing trade yourself from $1,000 or $5,000 to wealth in any amount of time that you think like that you want, right? I know a lot of people, they want to quote unquote get rich quick. I understand. Well, I can tell you what, you're definitely not going to get rich quick from swing trading with $2,000 within the next 2 years. I can pretty much say that for a fact, because one, if your risk amount is done properly, you're not even going to be able to risk much per trade. You're going to be waiting, hours, days, weeks for moves to play out on swings. There's no way you're going to build an account large enough, and then you got to worry about whatever else, depending on where you're at. You got to worry about taxing. everything. So zero chance that's happening. And not only that, but you're also not going to develop enough skills to swing trade yourself into profitability quickly. How do you get better at something? Think about that. Okay, let me take a sip of water. How do you get better at something? If you think about, anything in life, riding a bike. How do you get better at riding a bike? Well, the only thing you can do is you got to get on the bike and you got to keep trying and you got to ride and you got to ride, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get. When you get on a skateboard, the first couple times you're going to fall off, you're going to bang up your shins. If you were a skateboarder when you were a teenager, you know how fucked up your shins were and how every time you touched your shins, they were in pain. But eventually, over a couple months, over a year, over 2 years, that stops happening. You start to get a lot better at it. The more frequency you trade with, the more you're going to learn about yourself and about the markets and about what strategies work. I guarantee you that the person that, and when I say scalping, I'm not saying sitting on the 1 minute and taking 50 trades in a day. I'm just talking about refining, going into the chart. You have your levels from the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. You break down. Maybe you take a trade at US Open. Maybe you take one into the later of the morning session, and then maybe you take a trade during the PM session. That's what I consider scalping. 3 trades a day, 4 trades a day, maybe more. But typically for me, it's just 2 to 3 trades a day. And what that is going to get you is you're going to develop skills at a, multiple, whatever the multiple is, rate of rather than swing trading. So if you're taking 1 swing trade every couple of days and you're taking 3 trades a day, and you're analyzing your trades 3 times a day and seeing, what did I do wrong? Okay, here's how I fix this. Here's how I fix that. If that's what you're doing, then you're going to improve so much faster and find profitability so much faster. And small amounts of risk can actually develop and turn into something more, more substance, for lack of a better word, over time, right? Because with swing trading, you got $2,000. Like I said, you ain't swing trading $2,000, into anything special over a year time. But if you have a working system and you're scalping, 2 to 3 times a day, and you're making 100 here, 200 here, 300 here, depending on how much you're risking, and you're doing that every day, obviously there's going to be some losses, but let's say you get a strategy down over time and you're doing that shit every day, you're actually going to start to make some money. So this whole idea that you can just live this quote unquote crypto lifestyle while, all I got to do is swing trade and find the bottom is fucking bullshit. Swing trading stuff, and I'm not saying swing trading is bullshit at all. Don't get me confused here. What I'm saying is that for people coming into the game with a small amount of capital, you're not going to learn enough and you're not going to produce enough gain to meet your goals. I know what your goals are, and it's not going to come through swing trading. You need to, and I can tell you this too, I don't even think you can be a good swing trader without, not necessarily without scalping, but without putting in hours and hours and thousands of trades. Because you need to be highly accurate. If you're only going to take a trade once every couple days, you have to have some accuracy to your system, right? If you're only going to take a trade every other day, every 2 days, you got to have some accuracy. Because if you're losing those trades, you're really not going to find any success out of swing trading. Okay. I think that about covers the scalp versus swing thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I mean, the hot word is, contagion. Is that how you say it? Contagion? Contagion? Yeah, contagion. So that's like that's the word that gets shouted around CT nowadays a million fucking times every single day. Look, I started just muting all this shit because I can't take it anymore. People are way too invested in what's going on in crypto. it doesn't fucking matter. None of it has mattered. The only people who think it matters are the people who are holding their bag still because they don't understand a chart and they don't understand monetary policy. Okay, clip that out because that's the real fucking deal. The only people who are so concerned about all this bullshit are the people who are holding on to their bags for dear life and hoping that they're gonna find a way out, hoping that FTX bails everybody out or some shit. I mean, look, I hope that all these greedy fucks, all these uncollateralized loans, all these lenders, I hope they all become forced sellers and the whole fucking space gets washed out. Just spare my stable coins, of course. Wash all these fuckers out and give us some cheap coins. Like that's what I'm about. Why is their greed going to survive? Get them the fuck out. Get them out. And I don't even want to fucking hear about it. So get them out. Wash them out. I don't want to hear about it. Turn them into forced sellers and make them delete their accounts and get them the fuck out of here. Okay? Simple as that. Sick of hearing about fucking 3AC, contagion this, contagion that, fucking ETH merge, Solana phone. Well, what does any of it matter? It only matters if you're a bag holder. If you were a trader and you understand monetary policy, then you knew that an extended bear market was coming. You didn't need to predict that shit. None of that shit mattered. Duquan don't matter. UST don't matter. None of it mattered. And I'll tell you this too. Oh, Chase, if that stuff didn't happen, prices wouldn't be down. Yes, they would be. There would be a different catalyst that sent us down, and people would be talking about that. There's always some type of catalyst that everyone is going to look at and say, oh, this is the reason. But the reality is there's one main reason. It's called monetary policy. Monetary policy is what pushed into, S&P 500, tech, pushed all that down. Bitcoin and crypto is nothing but a risk asset, just like, S&P 500, tech stocks, etc., equities. It's all risk related and it all moves the same. And none of this shit that is occurring in the crypto space even matters. So if I had to give advice right now, it's continue to improve on a skill that actually matters, which is trading. Okay? That is a skill that actually matters and is always going to translate. Something I posted during the bull market many times said there, have fun trading your NFTs and whatnot, but when the fucking bubble bursts, like, you ain't coming out of it with any skills. So if you want to spend a year doing that, you want to spend a year or two doing DeFi, and look, I understand I did some of this stuff, guys. I was in the whole AVAX ecosystem, and I'm not trying to like down talk crypto at all. I'm not trying to be that person. I'm not trying to be a TradFi person or something talking down crypto. I started in crypto. I love crypto, but I think people are starting to take it too far. I think they're not seeing the bigger picture anymore, and I think that's a major problem. I mean, I've went everywhere from trading fucking the Ether Delta shitcoins, which was the Uniswap before Uniswap was invented. I have Bitcoin left on Bittrex that's locked that I can't get off. I've been in all these different things, all the stages of crypto. I've been through all of it, except for stuff pre-2017. Okay, I don't want to pretend like I'm a true OG or anything, but I've been through so many phases, so many cycles. But the one thing I've always kept at the forefront is I've always said, you know what, if I can just keep learning and improving my trading, I know that I won't need shit. I won't need anybody. I don't need... Yeah, hold on. So that's something I want you guys to keep in mind, is that you don't need, and I guess I get ridiculed for, being a cynist and, sometimes a pessimist and whatnot, but I don't believe that's the case. I just think that there's skills to develop, and you don't need the social aspect to develop those skills. And now, I mean, if you need to learn, that's one thing, and hopefully, like I had the entry techniques video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's probably my most viewed and liked video now so far. Um, it teaches you, just a very basic system of how to find entries and stuff. And, I've been getting so many DMs, and, I appreciate all you guys reaching out to me, showing me trades that you've been using the strategies on and they've been working. And, that's really amazing. So I'm happy I could help you guys with that. But yeah, I think the point that I was getting to is that if I could just give advice to people, it's take a step back from crypto. Let crypto develop on its own, right? I don't think, I saw people immediately saying after we hit 20K that we're going back to 38K, we're going back to 40K. To me, it sounds fucking ridiculous, okay? And hey, you know what? Every now and then, the broken clock is right. But I don't think that makes any sense whatsoever. And this is going to be very reminiscent of when, Ethereum was at 4,000, 4,500, and I put out the video that said, hey, you know what? If it goes to 10,000, that doesn't sound right to me, but I'm never going to say it's impossible, okay? Because things aren't impossible. The tune can change. The Fed could change monetary policy. But to me, it sounds fucking ridiculous. And all it is, in my opinion, is just an engagement farm and trying to be like a public contrarian, things of that nature. Oh, everyone on CT is bearish now and everyone on CT is stupid, so I think it's going to go up $15,000. That fucking sounds stupid to me, okay? I don't know, who's the fucking stupid one? That sounds dumb to me, to be honest. So if I had any advice, it would be to just let crypto be crypto. Like, and fuck all this Web3 shit and all that stupid shit, my God. When the Web3 people, they were talking about canceling Steam because Web3 wouldn't integrate NFTs or something. And, me, I'm a gamer, and I've been on Steam for fucking 20 years or something. And the very first thing I came out and said was, no one, Steam is, 10 times the size of any of this stupid shit that you guys are talking about. Steam don't give a fuck, and Steam is going to be perfectly fine without your stupid fucking pictures. Okay, it's as simple as that. And look, Steam's just fine, and NFTs are worth fucking minus 95% of what they were worth during the bull run. So enough of that euphoric bullshit. Fuck Web3, fuck NFTs. I think decentralized finance is still pretty cool. I just, the whole yield thing, it's just always been too sketchy for me, so I never got heavily involved in it. In the very beginning, I was involved with it because it was frothy, and I knew that there was easy gains to be made. But, once things get more mainstream, so to say, I'm out. So I'm not interested in any of that bullshit. I'm going to keep trading. Like I said, zoom out, let crypto do its thing. I think Bitcoin over time goes lower. I think ETH over time goes lower. I'm not interested in any altcoins. Solana always has a lot of hype around it. Maybe pick up a small bag of that at some point. Look, here's the thing, and a lot of people, they wonder, why do people talk about Solana? People talk about Solana because other people talk about Solana. I know the blockchain breaks. I know that it's probably not as good tech as something else. I actually don't know that because I don't really know shit about the tech behind these things. But the reality is that people like to talk about Solana. It gets the people going. You know what I'm saying? So when something is talked about a lot, it's often reflected in the price. You need high volume for price to go up. A lot of talking about something equals more volume, equal price goes up. Okay, it's as simple as that. I don't care if it's the biggest fucking piece of shit. If everybody's talking about it, the price is probably going to go up. So if prices come down to some, obvious, or lower prices and whatnot, whatever you want to say over time, I'm interested in Bitcoin. I'm interested in ETH, a little bit of Solana. That's about it. And I'm not looking to, catch a knife or anything. What I'm looking for is a change in tone, a change in monetary policy, a change in structure of ES. I think that, like I said, my advice right now is to zoom out, let crypto be crypto, stop worrying about it so much, focus on your trading, focus on scalping and improving your day-to-day trading. And when you sit down to trade, really sit down and trade. Don't just, you're not getting anywhere when you look at the chart, in between fucking league games or in between Dota matches, or, you're not getting anywhere like that. If you really want to improve your trading and practice your techniques, sit down at the US Open on ES and, just scalp for an hour and a half. Go from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. I'm telling you, there's going to be a move in there. I can almost guarantee it. There's at least 2 or 3 moves in there every single morning. Unfortunately, recently, I've had some real life responsibilities to tend to. My sleeping schedule got fucked up, so I have not been able to catch the morning session of NY, New York Open, or US Open, whatever you want to say. But that's where you want to be. That is where you want to be. If you're super serious about trading and you're super serious about improving your skills, you don't need to be looking at crypto. You don't need to be looking at Bitcoin. You don't need to be looking at ETH. Just go on to ES, and I have video. And you're like, oh, what is ES? What is ES? I have 2 videos. I have many videos about it, but go to the Everything About ES video and look at the Entry Techniques video. Those 2 videos will help you get started easily, okay? So I'm telling you, if you want to practice your scalping, literally 2 hours a day, hour and a half a day, from 9:30 a.m. Eastern until 11 a.m. Eastern, or until noon Eastern, whatever you want to do, however much time you want to put in, however long you can maintain focus, right? Like I said, you're not playing video games on the side or anything like that. You're not browsing Twitter on the side. You're literally watching price, focusing on the chart like the chart is a video game. That is how you're going to start to see things and understand things and implement strategies and stuff, like from my Entry Techniques video. Watch that video and then go to those sessions, and you will find something. Obviously, very low risk as always in the beginning when you're learning and trying to improve and practicing. Okay, so that's my advice. Back off crypto. Start scalping that shit. Start scalping ES. During those super volatile times. Get some practice in. Fuck all this Web3 NFT bullshit. Back off the social media a little bit. Me personally, I rarely browse the feed. I got on notifications for people who I believe are solid traders, which is funny because I think this video is because I've been browsing the feed the past couple of days because I've been bored. Because I wake up too late to trade the open and I get bored, so I'm just sitting here eating breakfast and shit, and I'm browsing the feed, and it's pissing me the fuck off seeing all this stupid shit that everybody spouts. It's just constant stupidity, constant shit that has nothing to do with you gaining wealth. And if you're not here for that, that's fine, right? If you're here to be, sorry for the dog. If you're here to just be a social butterfly or some shit, have all the fucking fun you want. If you're here to get into some VR chat room or something, have fun, right? But I'm here to make money, and I think a lot of you are here to make money as well. I think we're going to cut it at that because the dog's going wild. Hopefully this has been insightful on my current thoughts, and hopefully you guys can buckle down and focus on what's important. All right, thanks. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.